I want to start off by saying, if you don't understand your value, no, let me say that again. If you understand your value, then there's certain things that you will not tolerate. There's certain things that you won't tolerate when you understand your value. I'm just seeing that as I'm recording now, yeah. I've been working with the sun and the sun's trying to work against me. Natural lighting and trying to do this video, I've been messing around trying to get it right, but it is what it is. I'm already rolling. I'm not going to stop rolling. So, when you understand your value, there's certain things that you won't tolerate. And there's 3 reasons that I've got that I want to discuss with you today as to why someone might not value themselves. There's 3 certain things that they might lack. And the first one that I want to talk about is self-respect. Is respect that you have for yourself. Before the respect that you get from other people, what respect do you have for yourself? In this day and age, a lot of people are openly disrespecting themselves on the internet, openly, unashamedly disrespecting themselves. Like, don't you have manners? Don't you have manners? I see a lot of things on the internet when it's like shame is free, you know. Shame is really, really free. And a lot of people are taking it upon themselves to disrespect themselves all over the internet, all over the gaff. I always have an issue when I see this because I actually think that some people have forgotten that once you put something on the internet, it's there for life. It's there for life. Even after you've gone, 100 years from now, that is still there. You can try and delete it. You can try your best. It's gone to the cloud, whatever, somewhere. That is out there for life. Even this video, once this video is posted, it belongs to the YouTube streets. Actually, no, not the YouTube streets. Maybe YouTube Palace, because I'm giving you game. The YouTube Palace, that's where this video belongs. But once I post this video, it's gone out of my hands. There's nothing I can do to get this video back into my possession. Now, when you post your stuff on the internet, some of you do not think twice before you post. You want to shame yourself publicly on a public format for the whole world to see. Do you know how many people in the world? Do you know how many people are in the world? Because I don't, and I'm about to find out how many people are in the world right now. Over 8 billion. This is according to 2023. Over 8 billion people in the world. 8. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And once you've posted your thing on the public format that is the internet, you've given it up to 800 people. And even robots and things like that now. There's a lot going on right now in 2024. 8 billion people. And you can't get that back. What I'm seeing is a lot of disrespect to self, a lot of people lacking self-respect. And I did another video on, I think it even might be the video that I might post before, about why do you think people are disrespecting you. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look at that video. But the first thing that I wanted to touch upon was that self-respect. You need to respect yourself. You need to understand your source. You need to understand. What I mean by source, I'm not talking about ketchup. I'm not talking about barbecue. I'm not talking about sauce that you make on the pot. I'm not talking about that. You need to understand what makes you great. What makes you you? What makes you stand out from the crowd? What makes you good in a certain area? You need to understand who you are as a person. Don't allow people to tell you who you are, because all you're going to do is start conforming to who they've said you are, and then you're living a lie, and then you're going to die a liar. You want to die a liar? A lot of people are doing that right now. Understand your source. What sets you apart? What makes you good in this certain area? What is it about you that makes you worthy, valuable, valuable? If you can't think of anything, you need to start journaling, start reflecting. Every day you're too busy, you go to work, you come back home, you eat your dinner, you go to bed, you don't have 5 minutes to reflect. Spend some time to reflect and start to see where you are valuable, and hold that. Once you know where you're valuable, don't allow anybody to tell you any different. Don't allow anyone to tell you anything. Don't allow someone else to tell you that that's incorrect. No, 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 no. No, no, no. They don't know you like you know you. If you spent your time to get to know yourself, this is only if. A lot of people have not spent time to get to know themselves. I did this self discovery journey a few years ago. It's still ongoing. Like, I'll ever stop knowing about myself. Every day I'm learning something new. Some days I'm shocked. I'm thinking, hey, did I really do that? Me, I'll shock myself. I'm very shocked. Very, very, very shocked. Self discovery journey. Get to know who you are. Get to know your value. Your value. I posted a video on Instagram a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, talking about how Botswana went and opened their mouths and told everyone the biggest diamond in the world is here. Do you guys not learn from history? You want history to repeat itself? Hey guys, we've got the biggest diamond here in Botswana. That's what they did. I don't even know why they announced it. That should be the world's best kept secret, but they opened their mouths and they told everyone. But that diamond is so valuable in price and whatever, but it's because it's the only diamond in the world like that. Your individuality is what makes you so valuable. Your individuality. Don't be trying to be individual and doing things that don't make sense. Don't be doing things that don't make sense. But what is your value? When you understand what that is, you will have more respect for yourself, because you know not everyone should have access to this value. Not everyone deserves your presence. Not everyone deserves to be in the space of this value. Not everyone deserves to be in that area. Self respect. Have more respect for yourself. Before you post something on the World Wide Web for 8 billion people to potentially see, I'm not saying everyone's going to see it. Think twice. Think twice. A lot of people just disrespect themselves on the internet and then they're upset why everyone's disrespecting them. You started this. You started this for yourself. So the first one is self respect. Now, the second one that I want to talk about is boundaries. Boundaries. A lot of people do not have boundaries in their life. They do not have any boundaries in their life. Now, when I say this came from the back of a conversation, yeah, this is when I realized, this is a really big issue. This is a really big issue. Huh. So, this person, they've given me consent so I can talk about it. This person in this particular area department is lacking boundaries. You have booked yourself a phone call at 11:45 p.m. You know your bedtime is at 10:30. You've agreed to a phone call that is outside your awake hours. You should be asleep at that time, 11:45, but you have agreed to this conversation. You've agreed to this phone call at 11:40. What phone call should be starting at 11:45 p.m.? Unless it's an unholy phone call. What phone call needs to begin at 11:45 p.m.? You know your bedtime is 10:30 and you've agreed to a phone call at 11:45. Anyways, it gets to 11:45 and this person is waiting for a phone call. So 11:45, phone doesn't ring. 11:50. Phone doesn't ring. 11:55. Probably. Oh, gosh, is my phone? Is my phone working? Hello? Oh, hi, girl. I'm just checking my phone is working. Can you call me back just to make sure that my phone's working? Okay, cool. Your friend calls you back. Oh, my phone's working. This person's not called me, not because my phone's working, because my phone's working perfectly fine. Yeah? 11:55. No phone call. And you're waiting. And you're waiting. Now your bedtime's 10:30, remember? And you should have taken your 2 melatonin tablets by now. But you yourself, you said, let me just take one because I've got a phone call at 11:45. 12 a.m. no phone call. And you take yourself to bed. You take yourself to bed angry and upset. 12 a.m. is even prayer window. You should be waking up to do your prayer at that time. 12 a.m. you're going to bed angry and upset because you arranged a phone call outside of the hours where you should be having a phone call. And on top of that, you've missed out one of your melatonin tablets. And now you're going to bed upset because you have not, number one, taken both your melatonin tablets, and number two, you have not had a phone call that was promised at 11:45. Now it's 12 o'clock and you're going to bed upset. What a shame. What a great shame. This is such a misuse of energy right now. It's a misuse. There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. Instead of you waking up 12 a.m. to be doing your prayers, speaking to your Holy Father, you're now going to bed upset because you scheduled something out of the time that you should have scheduled something. And on top of that, they didn't even call you. They didn't even call you. Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with yourself? Yeah. So what happened the next day is that the person thought that the person that was meant to call them was going to give them a reason as to why they. Yo, this sun is ticking me off. I'm gonna close this curtain. Give me 1 second. This sun is not respecting me. I've tried to work with Mother Nature to collaborate. Mother Nature doesn't want to work with me. So I have to carry on like this. So, right. Lighting issues, I can't do anything about it. Just listen to me talking, close your eyes, whatever. So now the next day, this person thought that they'll get a reason, an explanation as to why they didn't get a phone call at 11:45 to begin. So the person never reached out to them to explain what happened, why the phone call didn't happen, all of those things. Now, best believe I know things can happen. I know things can happen in life. But what the person went to find out was that nothing happened. The person just didn't call them. The person just didn't call them because they forgot. So you yourself went to bed very late over the time that you should be going to bed and you missed out on one of your melatonin tablets. All because of lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries. Lack of respect for yourself. You can't get that time back. That 1 hour, 15 minutes where you should have been in your REM sleep. You should have actually been in your REM sleep by then. Yet you're waiting. What's the time? Okay. Phone charged up. Make sure your phone's 100%. Okay. You should have been in your REM sleep. You should have been in your REM sleep. Yet, this is what you wanted to do. This is where you want your life to go. No, 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 no. If you set your boundary for 10:30 If that is your bedtime, stick to your bedtime. Stop changing your bedtime for other people. And I'm using this as an example because it might be applicable to some people. But this can be the same with anything. This can be the same with anything. If this is a boundary you have put in place, you need to stick to it. If your bedtime is at 10:30, your bedtime is at 10:30. Sometimes things happen where you have to extend it. I don't know, you go to a party or a birthday dinner, whatever. That's between you and God, what you decide to do. But don't set yourself a boundary and then you allow people to disrespect you on top of that, calling you at unholy hours. Why are you accepting a phone call starting at that time? If anything, you should have wrapped it up long before so you can get to bed at 10:30. Lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries. A lot of people lack boundaries. You need to rearrange your life, rearrange your wardrobe, have some more boundaries in your life. The reason you don't, the reason actually, the reason that you lack the boundaries is because you don't know your value. If you know your bedtime, I'm just using bedtime, I don't know. If you know your bedtime's at 10:30, why is it at 10:30? Because you need to get your REM sleep, because you need enough energy for the next day. If you've been to the gym, you need your muscles to repair so that they are stronger. You need your brain to switch off for the night. You need your eyes to work properly. You need to make sure you don't have headaches. This is for your well being. This is to better yourself. But you don't value yourself to understand the need for you to go to bed early. What a shame. So, boundaries. If you lack boundaries, is because you don't understand your value. And like I said before, if you understand your value, there's certain things you won't tolerate. You shouldn't tolerate that. You should not tolerate that. Now, my third thing that I want to discuss with you today is understanding your deal breakers. When will you call it a day? When will you say enough is enough? After they smoke in your face? After they continuously swear in your presence? After they go back on the same promise like 6 times? You keep letting them off? When will you call it a day? At what point is it a mistake? And at what point is it disrespect? When will you call it a day? Someone has promised you the same thing for a whole year and is not even committed to it once. And you're still there. You're still staying there. This is what you need to do. When you call in it a day, this is what you need to do. Be gone. Get yourself gone. Pack your bags. Get yourself gone. I actually need this anyways, but just use it. I use it as an example. Get yourself gone. Get yourself gone. Not everyone needs to understand why you have a certain boundary in place. If they don't get it and they don't respect it, fine. Glory be to God. God bless you. See you soon. You need to know at what point you're calling it a day. You need to know at what point you're calling it quits. Because there's only so much you should tolerate. There's only so much you should say or do until it's time to call it a day. Now, some people struggle with this because they're holding that friendship dear like this. Like that friend is their life. Their friend is their life source. Like they can't be without that person. It could be business relationship. It could be romantic relationship. Whatever type of relationship it is, you can't seem to let them go because they give you life. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Only God gives you life. Only God gives you life. You should be like that with him. That's what you should be like with him. That's what you should be like with him. Not your friend who can change their mind tomorrow. Or that guy who can change his mind next week. Or that girl. Or that business partner. Whatever it may be. You should not be like that with that person. And you shouldn't allow them to continuously disrespect you and you don't say nothing. If you say something and they don't respect you and continue doing their thing, you should know at what point are you going to call it a day. Pack your bags, be gone. Because if they understood your value, if you understood your value, you wouldn't allow certain things to happen. Yeah? If you don't value yourself, guys, nobody will. Trust me. Nobody will value you. You can't make them value you. I can guarantee that for free. For free. Anyways. Sorry. My sister texts me something funny. She's funny sometimes. Anyways, that's all I have for you people. Just remember your value. If you understand your value, there's certain things you will not tolerate. Check yourself. Check yourself. Where am I being disrespected? Do I really value myself? What is my value? Ask these questions to yourself in that reflective time that you've now given yourself because you now understand the value of reflection. Yeah? Guard your heart with all diligence, guys. Guard your heart with all diligence. Don't be allowing disrespect. Come on. Come on. No, no, no. That's all I've got for you people. Thank you for my fourth episode. And I'm just praying to the Lord for many more. I've got loads of things to talk about, so I'll be around for a while. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've not already, subscribe, like, and comment. I'll get there one day, by God's grace. Anyway, ciao. One thing I realized is that the recording part is not too much of a problem. The biggest problem I have is deciding what song I'm going to dance to before I record the video. That's been my biggest battle, and that's what I waste my time on a lot because I have to get the vibe right. I have to be feeling it so then I can flow. Lord, woke me up with my heart starts to get cold on phone. Lord, help me not fall when it better get strong as a phone. You don't even get a goal. I'm just trying to win shows. Devil in my ear telling me I can't. World in my ear telling me to go. Hey.